Welcome to English Story School, where we make learning English fun and engaging through captivating stories from around the world. Have you ever wondered what it's like to witness a catastrophe that reshapes an entire region and impacts the world for decades? Imagine a nuclear power plant exploding with such force that it releases a toxic cloud across Europe. Today, we journey back to April 26, 1986, to uncover the harrowing story of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, a tragedy that exposed the dark side of technological ambition. Our story begins in the Soviet Union, in the city of Pripyat, a bustling industrial town nestled in northern Ukraine. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant was a symbol of Soviet achievement, a testament to the USSR's commitment to harnessing nuclear energy for the greater good. By 1986, the plant boasted four reactors, with reactor No. 4 representing the cutting edge of Soviet engineering. The Chernobyl plant was designed to be a marvel of modern technology. Each reactor was a complex structure of steel and concrete, capable of producing large amounts of electricity through nuclear fission. The Soviet Union, with its vast resources and ambition, sought to make Chernobyl a cornerstone of its energy policy, providing power to millions while showcasing its prowess on the global stage. Pripyat, home to the plant's workers and their families, was a city of promise and progress. It was a place where the future seemed bright and technological advances were celebrated. Yet this seemingly bright future was about to be overshadowed by an unprecedented disaster. On the evening of April 25, 1986, the plant's management scheduled a routine safety test for reactor No. 4. The goal was to simulate a power outage and ensure the reactor could safely shut down while maintaining power to critical systems. This test was crucial for understanding the reactor's resilience during emergencies. As the test commenced, engineers and plant operators began to encounter a series of technical problems. The reactor, operating at dangerously low power, became unstable. Despite multiple warnings and concerns from control room staff, the test proceeded as planned. The decision to continue was influenced by a combination of high-pressure demands and a lack of effective communication. At 1:23 a.m. on April 26, 1986, the situation reached a critical point. The reactor's power surged uncontrollably, leading to a series of explosions. The first explosion blew apart the reactor vessel, while the second explosion ejected the reactor's core into the open air. The catastrophic blasts released a massive cloud of radioactive material into the atmosphere. In the immediate aftermath of the explosion, the situation was chaotic. The town of Pripyat, located just 3 kilometers from the plant, was heavily contaminated. Residents, initially unaware of the danger, went about their daily lives as usual. It wasn't until the next morning that the severity of the disaster became apparent. The Soviet government, grappling with the scale of the disaster, initially downplayed the severity of the incident. It wasn't until radioactive particles were detected in other countries that the true extent of the catastrophe was revealed. The authorities faced mounting pressure as the realization of widespread contamination set in. The evacuation of Pripyat began 36 hours after the explosion. The evacuation was hasty and poorly managed, with residents given little time to gather their belongings. Many were exposed to harmful radiation during this delay, as they were forced to leave their homes and everything they knew behind. The response to the disaster involved a massive effort to contain the radiation and decontaminate the affected areas. Thousands of liquidators, including soldiers, firefighters, and emergency workers, were deployed to clean up the site. They faced extreme conditions, working in hazardous environments to address the immediate dangers posed by the radiation. The initial response included the construction of a concrete sarcophagus around reactor No. 4. This temporary structure was designed to contain the radiation and prevent further release of radioactive material. The sarcophagus was hastily constructed and faced numerous challenges, including leaks and structural issues. As the immediate crisis was addressed, long-term cleanup efforts began. The removal of radioactive debris, decontamination of affected areas, and construction of a new, more durable structure, known as the new safe confinement, became priorities. The new safe confinement, completed in 2016, was designed to encase the remains of reactor No. 4 and prevent the release of radiation for decades to come. The health impact of the Chernobyl disaster was severe and far-reaching. Immediate deaths occurred among plant workers and emergency responders who were exposed to high levels of radiation. The subsequent health effects included a significant increase in thyroid cancer, particularly among children who had been exposed to radioactive iodine. The long-term health consequences extended beyond the immediate area of the disaster. Studies revealed an increase in various cancers and other health issues among those exposed to the radiation. The disaster's impact on public health became a global concern, prompting extensive research and monitoring of affected populations. The environmental impact of the Chernobyl disaster was profound and long-lasting. The radioactive fallout contaminated large areas of Europe, affecting agriculture, wildlife, and ecosystems. The surrounding areas, including parts of Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia, experienced significant ecological changes. The exclusion zone around Chernobyl, a 30-kilometer radius from the reactor, became one of the most radioactive places on Earth. This zone, initially established to protect human health, inadvertently became a unique wildlife sanctuary. Despite the hazardous conditions, wildlife populations thrived in the absence of human interference, creating a paradoxical environment. Efforts to monitor and study the environmental impact of Chernobyl continue to this day. Researchers have observed both negative and positive effects on the region's ecology, providing valuable insights into the long-term consequences of nuclear disasters. The investigation into the Chernobyl disaster, led by the Rogers Commission, uncovered systemic issues within the Soviet nuclear industry. The investigation revealed flaws in reactor design, safety procedures, and crisis management. The Commission's findings highlighted the importance of transparency and effective communication in handling nuclear accidents. In response to the disaster, international nuclear safety standards were revised. The tragedy prompted a global reassessment of nuclear energy policies and safety practices. Countries around the world adopted stricter regulations and protocols to prevent similar incidents in the future. The lessons learned from Chernobyl also influenced the development of new technologies and safety measures in the nuclear industry. The disaster served as a catalyst for change, driving improvements in reactor design, emergency response planning, and international collaboration. The legacy of the Chernobyl disaster is one of caution and reflection. The tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of nuclear energy and the need for vigilance in ensuring safety. The story of Chernobyl is a powerful narrative of human error, resilience, and the enduring quest for safety in the face of technological advancement. As we look back on this tragic event, we honor the memory of those affected and acknowledge the ongoing efforts to address the consequences of the disaster. The story of Chernobyl remains a crucial chapter in the history of nuclear energy, serving as a testament to the need for responsibility and foresight. The lessons from Chernobyl continue to influence nuclear policy and safety practices worldwide. The disaster's impact on public health, the environment, and the nuclear industry underscores the importance of learning from past mistakes and striving for excellence in every endeavor. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.